which they exemplified the toughness and character of their leader, Coach Pop.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Davis, the pass to James. Davis with a screen on Johnson. Shot's good by James.
And they get that first bucket. 1 for 4 to start this game.
Here's Gray, guarded by Russell. And there's the foul. It's on the...
That's it, Coach. Set your guys up.
Foul.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think you got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Gray, from down in the low post, it goes. 6 points for him.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's James. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. James has got his second basket.
Superb work in the pick and roll that time by LeBron James. Such a pro at executing in these sets. Takes advantage of whatever mistake the defense makes.
And that one drops for him.
And at 4 or 5 now, a nice start. I mean, he looks ready to make an impact offensively. So far, so good.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Here's Reeves. He's guarded by Vassell. Russell to pass to Davis. And Davis slams it home.
Good positioning that time.
The Lakers trail. And so in the game for Los Angeles, we've got LeBron James. Rui Hachimura is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Reeves in at the 2. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Gray. Oh, wow! Big finish. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Buries it down low. 12 points for him.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And slam dunk by James.
And, you know, we all know Schroeder can score now, but they're a nice assist to his wide-open teammate.
As for the Lakers, you think this is the last team LeBron plays for?
You know, B.A., he certainly wants to play with his son. We know that. Now, whether that's in the purple and gold, only time will tell. It would definitely be fun to see them both with this storied franchise.
James double teamed. Outside Schroeder. It's tipped. Here's Gray. He's got 14. Driving in. And he throws it down with one hand.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Pass to Reeves. The 3 is up. Collins with the rebound.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Here's Gray. 16 points for him. And they pick up 2.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's James. Pass to Davis. Jacks up with 3. Drops in the 3.
You know, with each season in the league, AD's become more of a facilitator. Actually, he's much more aware of how to make plays for his teammates.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the NBA expanding its footprint through video games. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, there's an opportunity to capture a new kind of fan who isn't currently watching our games but enjoys playing NBA 2K. By learning about the players and the teams, they're more likely to engage in the live product. Brian?
Yeah, it goes hand in hand, Allie. Thanks. Schroeder finds Hachimura. Collins against Davis. Davis with a screen on Johnson. The shot by James, no good.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Here's Gray. There's the drive.
You're not going to get stops against them unless you give an effort.
You think you can stop this guy? Nobody stops MP.
There's a minute 17 left to play in the half. Beasley, pass to Russell. Takes the 3. Can't get it to drop. San Antonio goes the other way with it. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Lakers in their last game.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
아, 여긴 넘겨야겠다.
.43 seconds left to play in the first half. Clock at 6. Back to Davis. And Davis slams it home.
I can't emphasize enough what reading is all about. That's seeing the game in front of you, another way to put it. Russell making a great choice for the assist there.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
The Lakers have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Rebounded by the Spurs.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half, quality shots, not wasting possession.
And so it's San Antonio. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. Back to the game after this break.
What a first half! Unreal!
뭐야, 나다. 지훈이 형.
Welcome. The first half is in the books, so let's check out the top performers for each team.
We've seen this from MP before.
And keeping things moving, what a tremendous first half performance for the Spurs.
Just bullying them in the paint. I mean, getting to the...
And that's a wrap on halftime.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And pick and rolls never more prevalent in the league than they are right now. And there's always someone the defense has to leave open in those scenarios, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you know, it's amazing. It's such a simple play, but it's so difficult to defend, especially with the shooting that we now see in the NBA and the great spacing on the floor. It's a play, as you said, every team uses and executes well in their offensive attack.
After 2 and the 3, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then it's Gorgui Dieng, and it's Gray in at the point. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. He takes it in, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Reeves. He's guarded by Vassell. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. And it's Hachimura missing.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it.
Oh. 없죠? 없죠? 맞죠? Garage. 뭐야? 왜 이거?
Let's bring him in and see what he's about. Okay. I'll
Hey, Nate, what's on your mind, man?
What do you think of the report that the team is considering packaging you?
I mean, if that's actually on the table, John, talk to me, man.
Hey, have you spoken with management?
No, they actually haven't approached me.
So you haven't been at...
Okay, that's it? All right. Thanks, guys.
나도 못 참았을 듯. 아.
More effort per minute, more defensive effort. Feeling you, MP. Show me the numbers. Let's talk more about this with the stats.
오케이. 우리 집. 오케이.
The Thunder are coming for you tonight. Yeah, baby.
So off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. We saw the WNBA launch the Commissioner's Cup, but what are your thoughts, Doris, about a mid-season tournament being added to the NBA?
Kevin, it's hard not to look at the positive effect that the play-in situation has had on the NBA. Think about it, how much more competitive games are down the stretch of the regular season. So because of that success, I am very open to adding a mid-season tournament.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Sharch with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Giddey. No good with the triple. Here's Gray. His scoring has been the engine that drives him. His average is all the way up around, 36.5 points a game. Wow.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Giddey, no good.
And this Thunder team in desperate need of a veteran. Someone on their way out that can still be productive and provide some leadership for the young guys. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss. So now, how does Oklahoma City, Gray, get back into the mix in the Western Conference?
Kevin, it's going to be tough. Just so much inexperience on the roster right now. Keeping the core here, yeah, but experienced players to fill out that roster.
Just 3 to shoot, and he drives in. Gray, that's good.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
So the Thunder, their last game, a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by Sharch, no good.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Connects from three-point range.
Are you kidding? 5 for 5, and they just got started.
They're trailing by 11. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Their defense, or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren sends the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
And Greg Kelvin Johnson is listed at 6'5", but he plays much bigger than that.
He has the strength to fight with anybody. Fearless on the court and fearless motor. His strength and willingness to use it makes him valuable.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. They need this one, and the rejection by James.
Oh, the 7'3" wingspan erases that shot. Nice by Gorgui Dieng.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Takes it inside.
Building up a big early lead. They have
맥주 하나 더 가져옵니다. 아유 뭔데 이걸 4명이나 봐. 이걸 뭔데 4명이나 봐.
They're trailing by 17. Now here's Giddey, guarded closely. On the wing, Williams. They set the pick. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Gray. Kulusevski grabs the miss.
나갔구만.
다음에 만나자마자 바로 한번 다시 해달라야겠대. 다시 해달라야겠대. 사연아, 그거 다시 한번 해주면 안 돼? 저는 결코 흔들리지 않습니다. 한 번만 해줘. 놀려야겠다. 그러면 무슨 말 해야 될지, 무슨 대답해야 될지 몰라서 생각하다가 도망갈 듯.
Here's Joe, defended by Jones. Joe passes to Williams. Puts one up from 19.
이거 되게 맛없다.
The first quarter concludes in a
이거 뭔 맛으로 먹어? 진짜 맛없네. 너무 맛없네.
So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Spurs.
Oh, man, how about the mid-range jumper for these guys? It's on tonight, a huge part of their offense so far.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Williams is out there with Williams. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Pokusevski in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And Doris, for teams trying to establish culture and institutional values, what makes that possible? How does that work?
I think that begins from ownership through the front office and then down to the coaching staff and then finally to the players. But Kevin, we know this. It can't be just talk. Show me, don't tell me. You have to be accountable to your teammates and to the organization.
성적의 시험패들.
They set the pick. Williams passes to Pokusevski. Chalk up 2 there. Pokusevski's got 5.
Well, set a solid screen, be ready to attack. He is ready on the roll. Alexei Pokusevski, good finish.
And there's the drive.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Thunder trailing by 18. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Williams looking over the floor. Back to Williams. Now the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Launches it. And nothing seems to work as that one misses, and he's 0 for 5. And Greg Anthony for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, part of a growing trend in this NBA, giving his team length in the backcourt.
Yeah, 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He can see over the top of the defense. He helps you on the glass, and he can switch onto front court players defensively. That's what teams are looking for nowadays.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks a lot, guys. Josh Giddey has been attracting admirers, including LeBron James. The King said he's really, really good. He has a great pace about the game. Great vision. Josh is one of those kids who can definitely see the game a lot quicker than most guys out on the floor. And he's showing it. Just been playing beautiful basketball. Kevin, that's high praise.
It is both amazing passes.
Are you crazy? Where's the foul?
Shoot 2.
That streak. So did having, though, a couple Hall of Fame.
That free throw good from Greg. You know, one thing Greg the Thunder have done a great job.
Players like Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams.
무슨 더쇼야, 동현아. 지금 코어져 가고 있는 거 안 보여?
You know you're gonna cool down, MB. You know it.
아휴, 머리가 아프다.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.
로얄로더 페이즈. 으끄으끄.
Plays it up off the glass. Giddey's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, that's about confidence and composure on the interior. Josh Giddey does stand 6'8", makes that a little easier.
Passes it to Graham. Here's Jang. Spurs passing it around. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Graham in the corner. Got a piece of it.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Here's Saric. Rebound San Antonio. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Pass to Jang. Over Holmgren. And Jang gets it to go.
Listen, this guy's shooting it well enough these days, is Gorgui Dieng. You might want to run him off his spot and make him put it on the deck.
Gorgui Dieng.
And the rejection by Jang. There's the double team with Dort. Pass to Deck. Out to the right wing.
Yes, sir.
Here's Gray, defended by Dort. And he slams it one-handed.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Holmgren off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, you have got to be impressed with Josh Giddey's awareness of where his teammates are at all times.
Here's Gray. Gets to the hoop.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter.
Bars.
30 seconds left in the first half. charge, a screen on Graham. Joe can't get it to go. Here are the Spurs with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Gray driving the lane.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. There's a good screen. Giddey with the bounce pass. Snatched away. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll return.
Hello, everybody. Let's start out with a look at the recently announced Players of the Week. The selection for the Western Conference, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Little love going to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Just
now, looking at the first half of play in our... And that is a wrap.
No, still.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way.
Bro, what are you doing with popcorn, man? Why would I not make popcorn? I feel like I'm about to watch a prize fight. Bro, you're supposed to be a professional, right? Hold on, am I the only one that really...
All right, welcome back, everyone, and welcome to the show, Nate White.
Nate the Great.
Yes, the Daily Horn reporter who just dropped an absolute bombshell of a report on embattled GM Othella Akpam. Welcome to the show.
It is truly my pleasure, Stan. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Just give us a quick summary of what was in the article for those of us who haven't gotten a chance to read it yet.
Well, I encourage you to read the article. And if you want all the details, make sure you go to the Daily Horn's website. But here's the gist of the story. GM Othella Akpam,
Akpam.
I mean, has created a rift in the organization between himself and brand marketing VP Freddie Novak. Now, is going so far as to confess to those in the inner circle that, check this out, he believes that Novak is angling for his job.
Drama.
Is there any truth to the idea that Freddie Novak would look to move to the basketball side of operations? I know that he and Phil Boyer have worked very closely together, but this is the first time I've heard of this, and I'm fairly plugged in with people in that organization.
That is true. JJ's plugged in.
Perfect, plugged in.
Well, JJ, I couldn't find a single person who could confirm that. As far as I can tell, maybe it's a little bit of what we call a paranoid delusion on the part of Akpam.
Wow. Nate, that's a serious accusation.
Hey, listen, I don't write this stuff. I just report what I find, right? That's why I wouldn't make it lightly. But I've heard from multiple sources inside the organization that Akpam has attempted to undermine Novak in the attempt to, in order to convince team president Phil Boyer to move on from him. I mean, Phil Boyer
Well, he's basically eliminating the perceived threat of his job.
Right, eliminating that, the threat of his job. I mean, the paranoia sets in, right?
Interesting.
Can you go into that a little bit more? How has he undermined him?
You won the dollar.
Well, my colleague John Luck reported earlier this season that Opkin forbid MP from engaging in any PR initiatives around the city, which, of course, were organized by no other than Mr. Novak himself. He also reportedly ignored the findings of the team's analytics department on a consistent basis, going so far as to tell the organization's proprietary all-in-one stat are complete and utter nonsense. And of course, you got the proposed MP for Shep trade, which, I mean, obviously raised, multiple red flags across the league with all the rival GMs, and many of whom view MP, I'm going to say it, as a superior talent.
Really? You hear that, Perk? Perk, I know you heard it. He said MP's the superior.
MP is one of the finest young men and the greatest basketball talents.
Yeah, I don't want to speak out of turn about what's going on behind the scenes, but...
Man, MP's my God. That kid's a monster.
There you have it. The city is united behind their rookie. And right.
That couldn't have gone any better. I'd say there's a 90...
You tell me if you knew you were getting traded, right?
못 잡았어. 어?
돌아.
Hey, MP. MP, Phil's expecting you. He's in Othello's office.
보이얼.
All right, here we go. Our top story today is the sudden or not.
Man, I can't believe we did it, man.
It's
Look
crazy.
at that. It's crazy. It's
Oh, I heard you on the Flex the other day. I'm a big fan of DJ. He's awesome.
쉽지.
He about to tear the roof off.
You rarely see that happening in big college sporting games.
Let's go, San Antonio. Let's get this W.
Here we go. And the Spurs start out with the ball. Well, Graham, we've seen the NBA evolve quite a bit since your playing days. How do you think you'd be used in today's game versus when you played?
Well, BA, with the spacing in today's game and my ability to slash to the rim, I think I would still be able to get to the basket, dominate in the mid-range, but I'd be shooting way more threes, and I would see more minutes playing as a small ball power forward as well.
And we got another side of what kind of career MP could have right in front of him. He just won another Rookie of the Month award.
So impressive. And it's his maturity and poise that's most impressive. He's a rookie who plays like he's been in the league forever. This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game.
한 6도.
Outside Ingram. Here's Gray, covered by Ingram. On the take, and he banks in the layup.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
We played just over a minute here on the... First, and Spurs coach Greg Popovich last season moving into first all-time for coaching wins, Greg.
That's right, B.A. I mean, all those wins coming with one organization, the Spurs. Now, when he hangs up his whistle, he'll be in the conversation for the greatest coach in NBA history.
The shot, no good. San Antonio goes the other way with it. Their last meeting was in this building. They were able to come out on top.
They were able to pull out a win last time because their bench came up big. It's so important to have depth on your roster.
Probably looking for more of the same here, as we know a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
4 on the clock. Here's Gray. Connects from downtown. He has well, the huge news around the league today. Othella Akpom fired as the GM of this team.
I mean, that shocked some, but not me. After the social media situation he had, I thought they'd have to let him go. We just hope this doesn't hurt the team too much as they move forward.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And there's the drive. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit. Give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball.
못 잡았죠?
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in to the wing, right side. Inside, Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
Yeah, the awareness and the natural playmaking ability starting to show up in Zion's play.
And few players are as electric as Zion. The speed and power he plays with, something you see once every few decades. He's going off this quarter, a huge reason why this team is on top.
Pass to Alvarado. Outside for Ingram. From downtown. Sohan with a rebound. And the blend of speed and power, as you said, Greg. Zion is unmatched.
He's a rhino with a jetpack. And on defense, when you see him coming in the open floor, you don't want to get in his way. The explosiveness in the paint is really what makes them so efficient. They play with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome today.
Outside Richardson. Outside Ingram. There's the 3. Offensive board. Pass to Alvarado. Knocks down the triple.
Valanciunas does a great job of surveying the floor and willing to find the open man. Nice extra pass.
1:07 left in the opening quarter. Gray, good.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Here's Ingram. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Valanciunas with a screen on Johnson. Ingram, the pass to Valanciunas. And the Pelicans get another bucket right there.
Yeah, kind of weird to say body control with a guy who doesn't get up off the floor, but Valanciunas shows some there.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Pelicans. And coach must have had it.
previous play is under review.
Where the action takes place on the court.
Hey, when you're on the bench and see what looks like an obvious mistake on this call, you almost have to challenge. No matter when it comes in the game, you don't want to surrender any possessions.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling has been made.
Lose a possession on a blown call.
And it's a completely new group for the Pelicans. The Pelicans trail.
이 판만 하고 자러 가야.
Pass to Jones. Back to Hayes. Jones with the ball.
주.
Here's Hayes, coming in off 12 points in his last outing. Shot clock at 6. New Orleans needs to hurry, late clock.
And they just haven't found the range.
He can't get it to go. Here's Gray, last game with 30. Here he goes, dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything.
The first quarter. Antonio. And the Pelicans will go for a different look here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Nance. Zion Williamson comes in for Hayes. Brandon Ingram is checked in for Murphy. And Richardson subbed in for Jones. Valanciunas finds Ingram. Williamson outside. Pass to Daniels. The kick out to Richardson. Valanciunas sets a screen. Richardson with it. Picked up by Collins. Richardson, no good. San Antonio's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. So the Pelicans 5 right now.
Agreed, ref, agreed!
Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Josh Richardson. And it's Daniels in at the point.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, bottom line for this Pelican squad, they need to get better on the defensive end. They may have to get more 3-and-D type of guys on this roster.
And try to find other ways to talk about Zion's leaping ability. How about timing? Showing it there.
Here's Gray. Lays it up and banks it in.
아니야?
20 points for him.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Pass to Daniels. Pulls it. They get it back. Goes back up. Williamson misses.
They'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Here's Gray, and he jams it home with authority.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
You know, there's an edge the way they play, and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Outside Ingram. Pass to Daniels.
아, 그냥 하는 거야. 왜 그래? 그냥 즐기는 거야. 강제도 써놨잖아. 무기력 싱글이라고.
Now let's go ahead and that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
나 술 마셨어. 오늘은 좀 그렇다. 오늘 더 쇼할 사람 없나 보네?
if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And the Pelicans shooting 47% on this one. Looking efficient. At the 2 and the 3, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Gray in at the point guard position. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. San Antonio shooting has been on another level. 68% for the game.
아이고. 아, 너 오니까 제대로 안 되잖아. 아, 제대로 안 되잖아, 너 오니까. 오기 전까지만 해도 잘하고 있었는데. 아니, 알아. 동현아, 알아. 아는데, 야, 내가 보여줄게. 알아. 아, 진짜 서러워서. 너 때문에 눈치 보여서 못하겠잖아. 잘하고 있었는데. 진짜. 내가 눈치 보면서 해야겠어? 어디로 땡기는지도 다 알아요, 내가. 메시지를 보낸 거 알고 있지. 동현아, 진짜 손캠 키고 싶다. 아, 그래? 아니, 이게 아니, 이걸로 잘하고 있었는데.
When you add the length to the skill set that Brandon Ingram brings to every game, you really have a tough matchup for any opponent.
Here's Gray.
잘 안 돼.
Go to the Pelicans.
What are you looking at, MP? Come on, buddy.
And 3/4.
해지할 때 R2 누르고 하는 해지 그거 얘기하는 건가? 갔니?
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So for New Orleans right now, Ingram and Zion, the former Dukies, in it forward. Josh Richardson out there with Herb Jones. And it's Valanciunas in at the center position. They're really dictating the tempo.
웨스트브룩 스매치백하고 하면 편하다고? 봤어, 오늘 마지막 판이야. 널 고맙다. 널 영입해서 정말 다행이다. 얼른 자. 나 자러 간다.